What's going on, everybody? This is Lavesh from Learn Bhangra. I'm here with my boys Harshpreet and Rohit. We're about to teach you a tutorial to one of our newest choreographies. This is Guzaare by Sudesh Kumari and InaiksBeats. Love this song, absolutely hype track. So we're going to show you some nice intermediate level Bhangra where you get to use some of the beginner steps you may have already learned, but then add some variations to it to make it a little bit more difficult than just the base level. Alright, so let's start with our very first step of this choreography. Again, the steps, I'm going to give you the folk names to all of them. If you want to check out the full video tutorial for those folk steps that I call out, you have them available on our YouTube channel as well as on the Learn Bhangra app. The first step we're going to start with is called Dhamaal Bedi. It's actually going to be Bedi first, then Dhamaal, but whatever reason they mix it up, we call it Dhamaal Bedi. Rohit likes that joke. Alright, so let's start with our very first step. Again, this is one that is covered in our tutorial, so I'm just going to go over it at a high level. With Dhamaal Bedi, remember, for this one you want to be a little lower than usual and a little wider than usual on your particular Bedi step. Normally when we do Bedi, we're having more of a hop on each step. This one's going to be slightly more of a step, almost a plant rather than a hop. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a line in the middle of our body. Don't worry about our hands right now. Starting left leg first. We're going to take our left leg, bring it in. 1, back, 2, back. Just like that. Alright? So let's try that a couple beats just on our left leg, right leg, right leg. This is again the Bedi step in Dhamaal Bedi. On my count, 5, 6. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. Notice I'm stamping a little harder. 1, 2. Then regular Bedi. 2, 1, 2. One more. 1, 2. Excellent. Now in Dhamaal Bedi, we only do 2 Bedis, then we immediately switch into the Dhamaal step. This is a little more intermediate, and the reason is you're going from low all the way to bursting up high energy. So it's tapping to hopping. You have to be able to do that quickly and transition and shift your weight accordingly. That's what makes this step a little bit more intermediate. So after we've completed our first 2 Bedis, 1, 2, just focusing on the legs, now we're going to put all our weight right here on our right foot and jump up off our toes, lifting our left leg into a Dhamaal movement. Again, if you want to see the tutorial for this is going to be single Dhamaal, this part of the step. So from here, we're going to lift up our left leg in the air, in line with our waist, our knee, the back of our knee obtuse, foot flexed up, and then we're going to bring it down, shift all our weight now into our left toes, and boom, jump up right there on the right foot, same exact technique. 45-degree angle as you do both. So when we put these 4 beats together, just focusing on our legs, we're going to have 1, 2, jump, and repeat it. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3. Little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2. One more round. Good. Just like that. Well done. Good job, boys. Well done. So, we've got our basic legs down. Now, one thing I didn't call out, gotta have the Bhangra smiles, right? Even if I don't do it, even if Rohit doesn't do it, if Harsh doesn't do it, you better do it. Alright? Always have the smile in the Bhangra. That's what's gonna make you look best and make you most happy when you do all of the steps. We've got our legs down, now let's move to our upper body, incorporating our hands into this. For the first 2 beats, we're gonna do our basic Bedi clap. Again, our tutorials for Bedi, you can find them in the Learn Bhangra app or on our YouTube channel. We're going to bring our arms around in line with our chest. Clap, clap. With the shoulder hit, and shoulder hit, and shoulder hit, and shoulder hit, and shoulder hit. Good. That's the first 2 beats. As soon as we've completed 1, 2, our hands are going to come up, palms out. You can either do it like we do in our tutorials with the hands like this, or you can bring your hands like this, or you can do this. Doesn't matter. However you prefer to do your hands. For now, we'll keep it this way to just change it up. Thumbs pointing out, and with again our shoulders, and 3, and 4, right? You want to make sure it's and drop, and drop. So the total 4 beats together of Dhamaal Bedi, and in our choreo we're going to do this twice, so a total of 8 beats. We're going to start 5, 6, here we go, and 1, 2, burst up, 3, back down, 1, 2, good, repeat it again, 1, 2, now let me get those smiles, that's it, last one. Perfect. Alright, so that's the first 8 beats of our choreography. You got it. Now, we're going to continue on before adding music. Let's get up to 16 beats just to make sure we've got this together. Okay? So, after this, after we've now completed our Dhamaal Bedi, we're going to go into a step called Sammi. Sammi is also somewhat of an intermediate step. It utilizes the same Dhamaal movements that you do with your legs, with a little bit of a turn and angle, but the upper body is going to be what's a little bit more tricky, because we're not going to count simply and 1 and 2. Now we're going to start to count 1, 2, 3 with our upper body. And that predicates a different type of shoulder movement than what we do typically on our Dhamaal steps. Typically Dhamaal and Bedi go and 1 and 2. But with certain steps, like Sammi, we're going to count drop, 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 and drop, drop, drop. So our shoulders are going to hit 1, 2, 3, a little bit differently that time. Okay? So with Sammi, what we're going to do with our legs, normally Dhamaal we're straight. Sammi, we're going to start side profile. We're going to keep the head towards the audience always straight. And with Sammi, we're going to count 4 beats. The first one, side profile, our left leg is going to come up and out. 1, and then we're going to be turning on the next one, 2, to right where we're straight. Our leg's going to be slightly out, but a little bit more straight than normal Dhamaal. So when we've done it 2 beats, is we've created a semicircle. 1, 2 with our legs, just like that. Okay? With 3 and 4, don't get too confused with this. It's actually a simple concept, but it looks quite different. All we're going to do is take a step back on beat 3, on the end, and then come back to where we were on 4. So the whole trick to Sammi from the leg standpoint is how you do the and right before beat 3. So let me show you. You're going to go 1, 2, and 3, 4. That's the trick to Sammi, to get that nice big dip back. And again, we have a full tutorial on this step, so you can watch it to get a little bit more info if you want to go through it. Okay, so let's practice those legs together a couple times. On my count, 5, 6, here we go. 1, 2, bring it back. Straight, good. 1, 2, bring it back. One more. 1, 2. I think one more. Here we go. 1, 2, back, straight. Perfect. All right, that's our basic Sammi legs. Now we're going to add in the hands and the dip. And the dip's going to be using our back, so it's kind of in between our lower and upper body. For the first 2 beats, we're going to put our hands together praying, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring it open towards the audience, just like our body's turning, with our hands clapping and our shoulders bouncing. 1, 2, 3. So if we're counting this with Dhamaal, with the legs, it's 1 and 2. If we're counting with the hands, 1, 2, 3. Okay? In Bhangra, we don't use and always as much. You get used to learning on dole. So when we get used to learning on dole, it's just tak, tik, tak, right? Now you have to count as a dancer, so the dancer count is the and. So this is 1, 2, 3, or 1 and 2, just like that. On 3 and 4, this is where it's a little tricky. We have the dip that we've added, now we got to also get the hands going. So when we count the next part of Sammi, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. That's the best way to count it to help your mind sort of explain. So go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. And you end Sammi somewhere around here. Really what Sammi happens if you do multiple, it flows right into the next one. So you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Good. 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. Right? So again, for me personally, and 4 and 5 makes sense. If it helps you, I'll try to count 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, if that helps you. Some people like it that way, some people like it the other way. Okay? So you've got the basic idea of Sammi. What we're going to do in our choreography is do it twice. So again, that transition is going to go hands this way, out, and then immediately come back into the first part of Sammi again. It's a very nice, smooth flow if you do it correctly. That's what we want to get. So, squat, let's try Sammi really quick. Again, we're going to start all the way from the side, bring it down, over, again. The shoulders never stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, those shoulders are more advanced, what I just did on the 4 and 5 part. If you don't get that perfectly, that's okay. But you want to try to get, as you go back, the 4 and 5 and 1, 2, 3. Those are the folk rhythms of Bhangra. Those are where it comes out on dole, especially on the drum. When you add those shoulders to match that beat. And sometimes music, we don't hear that. We don't hear those particular rhythms because they're not using the exact beat of Sammi. When you hear Sammi, it goes tak, 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 din, din, din. That's exactly how you put it all together. Okay? Here we go. Let's try just Sammi. Big smiles, starting with our left leg. On my count, 5, 6, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Go, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going one more time. Good, one more count. 1, 2, 3. Last one, we're doing so good. Perfect. All right, well done, boys, well done. We got it. So, before we try with the music, let's put all that together. 8 beats of Dhamaal Bedi, 8 beats of Sammi. And we've got the first 16 beats of our choreography knocked out. So one time without music, and then we'll have the DJ spin. On my count, Dhamaal Bedi, wide, low, big smiles. Here we go. 5, 6, start it with me. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, switch to Sammi. 1, 2, 3. Good, one more. That's it. Boom. Well done, well done. All right. I think we're ready. Let's try that with music. DJ, spin it for me. Here we go. 5, 6. Here we go. Good. Sit right there. Well done, everybody. Again, you can always just rewind this, practice it again. All right? If you need to, some extra, run as many times as you can. This is one of the most fundamental parts of the choreo, gives you a good basis with the legs, so run that through. All right, the next step that we're going to do is a step called Jatta. Jatta is not in our Learn Bhangra tutorials. It's sort of its own little folk sequence, you can say. But we will go through it here. It's not so difficult from a technique standpoint, but to make it look really nice and powerful, you do want to practice it a few times, so we'll go through it right now. So after you finish your Sammi, your hands are going to be up here. What we're going to do is on the last Sammi, as we're talking 3, 4, we're going to put our feet together for a split second so we can jump up, power up, and get a nice high plant into our next step, which is Jatta. So you're going to finish 3, 4, and boom, just like that. That's the Jatta posture we want to be in. Okay? We're wide and low. Our shoulders are going to be shaking. This is going to be a 1, 2, 3 hit shoulder step as well. And with our feet, we're going to bounce simply 3 times. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3, just like that. Both feet off the ground. With our hands, you're going to take the right hand, put it up, left hand down. And it's sort of like you're pushing something down, bringing it back out, pushing it down again. So you put it all together, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, just like that. All right? What's nice is when you go out from Sammi and your hands are right here, they're in perfect position to power right into the Jatta step right there as well. So we're going to count this. It's a total of 2 beats, but the way we're going to count it is 1, 2, 3. Or if you're counting in dancers, count 1 and 2. That's the idea right there. Okay? So the first part of Jatta, let's try that together. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Just like that. That's the basic first 2 beats. Now the next part is a roll, is what I like to call a roll. It's very simple. Your legs are going to go, here's where we have to count and for the legs. 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 2. Or if we're counting this in a total of 4 beats, we're going to go 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So the beat count is out where we kick to our left, but there's an and kick, and that's the roll part of the Jatta step. So total 4 beats together are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that, okay? The first part of the hands you got. On this particular part of Jatta, for the roll, we're just going to put our hands straight in front of us and count those shoulders. 1, 2, 3, just like we were doing in the first part of Jatta as well. Right? So the shoulders are 1, 2, 3, hands 1, 2, 3, just like that. Let's try that Jatta 4 beats together on my count. 5, 6, here we go, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Perfect. That's our 4 beats. All right. From here, let's go to the next step. This is one we call Chaffa. Chaffa is covered, single Chaffa, in our Learn Bhangra tutorials and on our YouTube channel. So for Chaffa, simply enough, what we're going to do, take our legs, bring it out, kicking 1, 2, then straight 3, 4. I apologize. Not exactly straight, a little bit to the side as well. This is single Chaffa, right? So single Chaffa is about 45, about 45. A little bit more in than 45 because your hands will get caught if you do it exactly at 45. Hands, the palms, thumbs are going to be up, not in a 45 diagonal, a little sharper, a little straighter. And for the first one, we're going to go 1 and 2. Look at my wrist, it breaks back, forward, So 1, 2, switch it through, and 3, 4. And remember, on our toes, we're hopping just like we would in Dhamaal. This is basically a Dhamaal variation from the leg standpoint, doing the same hopping movement. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that counting together. 5, 6, on my count, and smile. 2, good, 3, 4, repeat it. 1, 2, just for practice sake. Good, keep going. Last one. Here we go. Excellent, that's the one. Perfect. That's our Chaffa step. So we're going to do that right after Jatta. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's our whole sequence put together. The 8 beats right after the beginning part that we did. Now we're going to go a little bit more further with this. And we're going to, before we add the music on there, add another step called Pataka. Pataka is also covered in our Learn Bhangra tutorials. Full in-depth technique, and on that one, that's a more advanced step. You have to have your Bedi down very well, and you also have to be able to change up your hands fairly quickly. It's okay if you don't get this one immediately. Definitely a more advanced step. With Pataka, we're going to use the same Bedi legs that we do with the normal tap. So 1, 2, 1, 2, right? It's a 4-beat count. So the 4 beats, the first 2 are like Chaffa. We're going to go swing through, swing through. We're going to bring up our hands. You can look up at your hands. Turn your wrist 3, and then Bedi clap 4. Right? So when you put it all together, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. We're only going to do 4 beats of that in our choreography. So it's right after the Chaffa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Now, let's try just the Pataka a couple beats and we'll add the last step and do this all with music. Ready? On my count. So this is going to be just Pataka. 5, 6, here we go. And 1, 2, look up, 3, clap, good. 1, 2, look up, 3, 4, 1, 2, look up, 3, 4, 1, 2, look up, 3, 4. You got it right there. That's our Pataka step. After Pataka, the next step is going to be testing out your knees. These are our folk Bethke that go right before a transition of steps. So if you have bad knees, feel like you're going to get hurt doing this, don't try it. It's absolutely okay to skip. You can just repeat the Pataka again if you want to try a simpler way. You can do 8 beats of Pataka. You want to take it up a notch, 4 beats of Pataka, and then we're going to simply drop into our barracks. The first one, we're going to look up like we did, the pull in Pataka. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. With up down, it's going to go drop, 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 up. Just like that. Okay? You want to make sure you have the shoulders bouncing. That's what adds in the folk element of this as well. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last one, you're basically just standing up. You have a little bit of a plant, but then you're going to go into the next step, which is standing up, right? So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to go very nicely flowing into a Dhamaal step again. Okay? So, let's try that one time without music, the second 8-beat count after our Sammi. This is going to be Jatta, roll, Chaffa, Chaffa, Pataka, and then into the Bethke. We're going to do that one time without music and the whole thing together with music. Here we go. We're going to start from Jatta. 5, 6, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Pataka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that. Well done. I think we're ready. Let's try that with music from the beginning. Go ahead, play it for me, DJ. Here we go. 5, 6. Come on, baby. Let's go. Check up. How we feeling, boys? Everybody that thing is intense. All right. That's the first, basically a little half of our choreo, a little bit past the halfway point. Okay? If you need to practice, run it back. Let's go to the last part now, leading up to the chorus. This is our energy. We've built it up on the Bethke. We've now got to a point where we're going to take it a little bit more simpler. We're not going to go as high energy because we want to save that for the chorus. This step simply is a Dhamaal Variation. So it's not covered in Learn Bhangra. I actually don't know if it really has a folk name to itself. So I think this step by itself, simple enough. If you have the Dhamaal legs, it's not too difficult from the hands. We're going to put our hands straight out. 1 and 2, you're going to turn them in. So just 1, 2, looking out, 3 to the left, and then switching your hands 4. My arms are going to be in about a 45-degree angle when I do this. So it's 1, straight, look out, and we're going to repeat that 2 different times. So we've got Jatta, rolling it through, Pataka, and after the Bethke, we've planted, we're up, and now our hands are in perfect position to just go into Dhamaal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, straight, turn your wrist back, out, out. Shoulders bouncing and 1 and 2 every time. After that, our hands are going to be up into Phumniyan. So this is going to be the first part of the Phumniyan segment, just the roll part. What we're going to do is simply after we've hit 1, after we've hit 2, put our hands up, and then we're going to count and hit, and roll, just like we did the roll in Jatta. So the Phumniyan roll, again, we have the full technique tutorial on this one. 1, 2, roll, and roll. We're only going to do it once, so our hands are going to go 1, 2, and roll, and roll. We're going to put our hands on our hips for that one. The last beat before the chorus comes in, we're going to go down to our left side. 1, 2, 3, and then hands up. It's like you're cupping your ear, amplifying sound, putting this one at level with chest, palms up. 1, 2, 3, with the shoulder hits. 1, 2, 3. That is a different style of Phumniyan, and so we're combining 2 different styles of it together. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just like that. That is now right at the chorus point. We're right there at the chorus energy point. Okay? So let's try that one time from the beginning. After Pataka, we're now adding the Bethke, adding in this step, Dhamaal, Dhamaal, Phumniyan, last Phumniyan with the spin. With the music, please. Here we go, DJ, spin it for me. And then we're going to finish this one strong with the chorus. Here we go. 5, 6. Here we go. I think the boys had it, so it's okay. I get a pass on that one. I have excellent students behind me, I guess. That's what it is. Alright, the last one. Now we're into our chorus. We're going to take this one super high energy. This is where we pick it up, finish strong, big smiles, all that good stuff. We're going to now hit it to Khichaan both sides. This one, again, Khichaan, we have the full tutorial available in Learn Bhangra on our app and our YouTube channel. So the first 2, hands out, in a V, leg out, 1, 2, step, 3, 4. Now typically this step you look up side to side. Because it's a chorus step, I think it's better to have it at the audience looking. So keep your head straight. 1, 2, step, 3, 4. And with the legs, we're kicking in on each one. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Got our Khichaan step. From there, we're going to go right into Korha. Korha is also covered in our Learn Bhangra tutorials. You're going to side profile to your left. So after you've hit 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to move to your left. Left foot up and out. Palms, thumbs, chest level. Other one 45 up in the air. And we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So we're bringing our hands in, out, with our leg coming up high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. That is the 1, 2, 3, 8 beats right after the chorus. So we finished with our Phumniyan spin. Burst up into Khichaan. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The very last step, we're going to put our our hands into a fist, pointing at our chest, just like this. A little bit of a 45-degree angle, not straight, a little bit more of a 45 out. And with our foot, we're going to go 1, 2, and as you add a little bit of a style to this one, you can move forward as well. You're going to 1, back, step forward, 1, back, step forward, 1, back, and come forward with each one of those as well. I like personally to keep this one looking at the audience, but you can also look back on when the leg comes back as well. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. For this particular step, in this particular choreo, I'm going to keep it looking straight. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come forward. With my hands, 1, 2, 3 shoulders, and my whole upper body is being led by my chest, not my elbows, not anything else, right? It's first chest, secondary elbows. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, just like that. The very last part of this, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7, and 8. That's how we're ending our choreography all together. So one time without the music, let's try it from the chorus, starting from Khichaan. All right? On my count, here we go. 5, 6, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, guys, that's our entire choreography. I think we're ready. Let's try that with music from the beginning. Big smiles, big energy. Let's do it right. DJ, spin it for us. Here we go. For you. Please make sure you follow us on @Learn Bhangra now across all platforms. You can go on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Follow us there. We've got lots more tutorials coming. This one's going to be posted all over on our app and YouTube channel. Hope you enjoy and hope you keep doing Bhangra. Take care.